Alright, so our home page for our theme is pretty much done. Now we want to add the inner pages. So let's go into our folder here and we're going to create a couple new files. This one's going to be about.html. Then we'll create our services. And finally our contact.html. Okay, so we're going to open up about, and what I'm going to do is just copy everything we have in the index page, paste that in. Okay, and then we're going to go, let's see, we're going to go down here to where we have our container, or no, not the container. Let's see, we have Jumbotron. Yeah, right here. We want to change this from Jumbotron main to Jumbotron sub. And in the style sheet, style CSS, I just want to add the padding here because we didn't do that yet. So the only difference, let's copy this. The only difference here is we're going to have, what are we going to have, 80? Actually, I think that might be the same. Let's save that for now. All right, and then in about we're going to go down to the container in the Jumbotron, and we're going to change this to the page name, which will be about us, and then we can completely get rid of the paragraph and the two links, or the two buttons. All right, so let's save that and click on the about, and you can see we have a title up here. So that looks, yeah, that looks good. We'll just keep the padding. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see, the Jumbotron ends right here, so I'm going to delete everything under it. Okay, down to the footer. We don't want to delete the footer. So down to there. And we're going to put a container here. And we're going to have a row. And we're going to have two divs. One's going to be 8 columns for the main area, and one will be 4 columns for the sidebar. So this will be call MD 8. And then we'll have call MD4. Okay, now in the main area we're going to have a panel. So let's say div class, let's do panel default. And then we want a heading. Okay, and then in the heading we'll have an H3, and we're going to give that a class of panel title. And we'll say about us. And then under the panel heading we'll have another div, and we're going to give this one a class of panel body. And we're going to put in an image here that I have in the IMG folder. And it's called, should be called about.jpg. Okay, we're also going to give that class that we created the img-full, just so it goes across the whole area. Alright, and then under that image we'll put in a couple line breaks, and then I'm going to paste in 2 paragraphs. Okay, let's go ahead and indent this a little bit. Okay, so panel body ends right here. So then in the call MD4 in the sidebar, we're going to put an H3. Actually, let's put a well first. We'll do a div with the class of well. And then in there, we'll put an H3. We're going to say who we are. And let me just pop some text in there. Put a paragraph. Save that. And now if we go to about, you can see we have a simple about page. Alright, now services is going to be very similar, so I'm going to copy everything we have in about.html, and then we'll go and open up services.html, paste it in. Okay, we want to replace the Jumbotron title right here to services. And let's see, we want this to say services. We're going to get rid of the image and the line breaks right here. We don't need that. What I do want to do is have under the paragraphs here, I want to do a collapse widget. So if we go to get Bootstrap and go to JavaScript and then collapse, I'm going to grab this right here, copy that. Alright, and then we'll put that in here. And I realize it's a little messy, but you should know what's going on. We went over this already. But I'm just going to replace the titles here of the tabs. So this one will be web design. We'll say web design and programming. This right here will be graphic design, and then this one will be media production. Okay, we'll save that. Let's go back and go to services, and we have our little collapse area here. Okay, now contact, also very similar. So we're going to copy the about page, open up contact HTML, and let's go ahead and change the titles where we need to. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of everything in the panel body, the image, as well as these paragraphs. Alright, then we're just going to put a really short paragraph in here, and we'll say, please fill out this form to contact us. And let's go to get Bootstrap, go to CSS, and then forms. And I'm just going to grab this here, copy it. Alright, and we're going to change some things up here. So for this label, let's get rid of the for attribute, and that'll be the name. Okay, the input, we don't need the ID or the placeholder, and we'll change this to text. And then this one here is going to be email. Okay, we'll get rid of this, this. Okay, this type will be email, and then we're going to have a message. Get rid of these, and this is going to be a text area, and we're going to give it a class of form control. Alright, and then this last div with the checkbox, we can get rid of that. Alright, so let's save it and go to contacts, and you can see now we have a simple form. Alright, so that's going to be it for this project. I know it's a very simple theme. Feel free to add to it if you want, add new sections. You can change the images out, whatever you'd like to do with it. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.